No, I was drinking an iced cap.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sorry, I stopped talking. Okay, here.
That's not very nice, Divine, for the rest of us, eh?
Oh, yeah, babe, so good. Aisha just bought it for me, so. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
All right, let's start today's class in Shavasana. So let's start laying down on our backs. And take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale it all out. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale it all out. With every inhale and exhale, allowing your body to begin to settle. Allowing your mind to begin to calm. Taking this opportunity to let the day slow down. And taking some time to check in with yourself this evening. Notice how you're feeling. Notice how your body's feeling. Taking a few moments to scan over your body. And notice if you're carrying any tension anywhere. If anything might be a little bit sore or a little bit stiff. Sending your breath to those areas. Letting your breath ease anything that might be tense. Bring relief to anything that might be sore. Softening anything that might be a little bit stiff. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Letting your body melt a little bit more into the mat. Taking note of any thoughts that may be arising. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales. And your exhales. And take a few moments to set an intention for the class this evening. Something you wish to receive from your practice. And on the next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently move your toes. And then on the next inhale, drawing those knees into your chest. And giving them a gentle squeeze. And gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Maybe you circle your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then open your arms up into a T and let those knees gently fall to the right side, coming into a twist. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your chest or you soften that knee bend. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Option to maybe slide a block underneath those knees to add a little bit of support. Breathing into any sensations. Letting your breath soften those areas. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. And then slowly draw those knees back up to center. Then gently letting your knees fall to the left side. And adjusting those knees, whether you draw them closer to your chest or you soften that knee bend. Maybe sliding a block underneath your knees for some support. Keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Breathing into any sensations that you may be feeling. Letting your breath ease those areas. Finding a little bit more rest. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. And then slowly draw those knees back up. Then opening up to happy baby, grab the outside of those feet, open the knees nice and wide. And gently rocking a little bit forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Then draw those knees back into your chest and let your knees sway from the left to the right. Gently letting your knees fall to the left side or to the right side. Coming into fetal position for a few breaths. Letting your head cradle into your arm. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then slowly begin to press your way up. Making your way to tabletop position. So stacking your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees as wide as your hips. So we're gonna move into a couple cat-cows, and then we're gonna add cat-cow with movement. So on the inhale, drop your belly, pull that chin forward. Exhale, press into your palms, the palm of your hands round your spine. Inhale, drop that belly, pull that chin forward. Exhale, press into your palms, round your spine. On the next inhale, can you open up those shoulders a little bit more? Exhale, press into the palms of the hands, round your spine, tucking your chin in a little bit deeper. Last one, inhale. Maybe your eyes go up slightly higher. Exhale, press into your palms, round your spine, tucking that tailbone in a little bit deeper. Then coming back to neutral spine. And on the next cat-cow, so we're going to take an inhale, drop our belly, pull that chin forward. Then exhale, press into your palms, start to round that spine, then send your hips down to the right. Circle them all the way to the left. Coming back to our inhale, drop our belly, pull that chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of the hands, round. Send your hips to the left, circling them to the right. Couple more times here, inhale. Exhale, round that spine, send your hips to the right. Circle them all the way to the left. Last one, inhale. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, send your hips down to the left, circling them all the way to the right. Coming back to neutral spine. And from here, coming into wide beam child's pose. So bring those knees as wide as the mat. Draw your big toes together and send those hips back. Allowing those shoulders to soften. Maybe you have a block or a pillow and you can add that underneath your forehead to try to remove tension from your neck. Breathing into any sensations that you might be feeling. Letting your breath soften those areas. Take a few moments here to notice maybe if your mind has wandered or drifted. Just drawing your attention back to your breath. Coming back to this posture. You allow those shoulders to soften a little bit more. Breathing into your hips. Allowing them to soften. Maybe they draw a little bit closer to your feet. Taking nice deep inhales. Nice deep exhales. A few more here. Nice deep inhale. And a nice deep exhale. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then slowly coming back to tabletop position. So stacking those hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then walk your hands out a little bit, coming all the way onto your stomach. So we're gonna move into Sphinx pose. So releasing those toes, placing your elbows underneath your shoulders. And notice how your spine feels. So if it's a little bit too intense, you could always walk those hands out a little bit forward to soften the curve of your spine. But just allow those eyes to close. Take a deep inhale. And sending that exhale to your low spine. Letting any sensations soften with your breath. And you soften those shoulders. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. We'll take a few more breaths here. Two more nice deep inhale. And exhale. Last inhale. And exhale. Then from here, either feel free to stay in Sphinx pose or maybe move to seal. So turning those hands out to the edges of the mat, pressing into the palms of the hands, straightening those elbows. Opening up this posture a little bit more. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale, breathing into any sensations that you may be feeling. Letting your breath soften those areas. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Two more breaths here. Nice deep inhale. Pressing into the palms of the hands. Exhale, hold. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then slowly begin to release down, drawing your hands together and letting your forehead rest on top of your hands. Letting your spine settle. Letting those shoulders soften. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Then planting your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing up gently to tabletop. And then coming back to closed knee child's pose. So sending those hips back, bending those elbows, rounding your spine, tucking your chin. Maybe you draw your hands to your feet. And if your forehead doesn't rest on the mat, maybe you slide a block underneath to remove tension from your neck. letting your body enjoy the counter pose. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Then coming back to tabletop position. So planting those hands underneath the shoulders, your knees under your hips. We're gonna come into downward facing dog. So curling our toes under, send our knees up, and press our hips back. And take a few moments here to just pedal out those feet. So bend one knee, straighten the other. Maybe switching sides. Stretching out your calves and your hamstrings. So we're gonna move into a posture that we haven't done in a long time. So you're gonna walk your hands to your feet, and we're gonna come into just a forward fold. In the end, we call it a dangle. So you're just gonna allow that body to rest in a forward fold. And allow your shoulders to soften. And as you're in this dangle, like in this forward fold, you can always play as well with that intensity. So maybe you can come onto your toes a little bit and feel how that stretches out the back of the legs a little bit more. Maybe you come more onto your heels and send those hips back a little bit. You may just have like a gentle little sway. Keeping nice deep inhales and exhales. Another option is maybe you take your hands behind your legs, and with every exhale, just see if you can draw your chest closer to your legs. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. Exhale completely. Then slowly begin to walk those hands out, coming back to your downward facing dog. And we're gonna set up for pigeon pose. So float that right leg and draw that right knee to your right wrist, your right ankle to your left. Release those left toes. Inhale, walk your hands up to set the hips. And then exhale, walk those hands out. So coming onto your forearms. Removing tension from that left knee, that left ankle. Allowing that right hip to settle. The option too, if it's a little bit too intense on that right hip, you can always slide a block underneath to add a little bit of comfort. If you feel a little bit too intense sometimes in that hip, maybe just adding a little bit of support. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, can you walk your hands out maybe a little bit further, challenging your edge. Can you soften those shoulders? Soften your neck. Letting your body relax a little bit more into this posture. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Very nice, and slowly begin to walk those hands up. Planting those hands, curling those left toes under. Send that right leg back to your three-legged dog. And gently giving it maybe a little bit of a shake. Maybe you circle your knee in one direction, circling it in the opposite direction. Then release those right toes down onto the mat. Inhale, float that left leg up. Then draw that left knee to your left wrist, to your left ankle, to your right. Release those right toes. Inhale, walk your hands up to set the hips. Then exhale, walk the hands out. Maybe coming on your forearms to start. Removing any tension from that right leg. Allowing that left hip to surrender a little bit more. Trying to remove tension from your shoulders. Tension from your neck. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, can you walk your hands out a little bit further, challenging your edge. Allowing gravity to draw that left hip a little bit closer to the mat. Sending your breath to any areas where you might be feeling some sensations. Letting your breath comfort those areas. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then slowly begin to walk those hands up. Planting those hands, curling those toes. Sending your left leg back to your three-legged dog. Giving it a gentle shake. Maybe circling your knee in one direction. Circling your knee in the opposite direction. Then lowering your toes down onto the mat and coming onto your knees. Kicking your feet to one side or another and coming into a seated position. So we're going to come into a nice forward fold. So having those toes pointed, having the legs relaxed. Inhale, reach your hands up. Then exhale, reach and fold. Take an inhale here, lift up that chest. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Breathing maybe into your low spine. The option to have a slight bend in the knee is always available. But with every exhale, allowing your chest to draw closer to your legs. Softening those shoulders. Moving tension from your neck. Taking nice deep inhales. Nice deep exhales. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Then slowly begin to walk those hands up, planting your feet and then lowering all the way down onto your back. So we'll come into supported bridge. So have your block handy or your cushion or blanket, drawing the soles of your feet as close, your heels as close to your glutes as possible. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Then on the next inhale, send those hips up, sliding that block underneath your tailbone, adjusting the block or your cushion. And then when you find that spot, just allowing those hips to release into that block. Allow your palms to face up. Softening your shoulders. Removing tension from your neck. Taking a few moments to check in with yourself. Notice if your mind may have wandered or gotten a little bit distracted. Just coming back to your breath. Back to this posture. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Keeping your breath nice and deep. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Then slowly begin to shift those hips up. Sliding that block from underneath and slowly lowering those hips down onto the mat. Take a full inhale and full exhale. And then draw the soles of your feet together, coming into reclined butterfly. So you can always draw the heels closer to your glutes, which will intensify, or maybe you draw them a little bit further away to soften. And drawing your right hand onto your abdomen and your left hand onto your heart. And taking a few breaths here. Allowing those shoulders to soften. Allowing gravity to naturally open up those hips. Drawing your knees closer to the mat. And we'll move into our breath exercise in this posture. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale, let it all go. Then we'll inhale for 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 1, 2. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale, letting it all go. Allowing your body to return back to its normal rhythm of breath. Noticing how your body feels. Notice how your mind feels. Then on the next inhale, drawing the hands underneath your knees and helping them up. And we'll take a couple breaths here just to allow those hips to settle. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then on the next inhale, pick up that right foot and cross it over your left. Then pick your hips up and shift them to the right side of the mat. Open your arms up into a T, and then let that right knee drop down to the left side, coming into a twist. Keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Your eyes could fall over that right shoulder. You can take that left hand to that right knee. Breathing into any sensations that you might be feeling. Allowing those areas to soften with your breath. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, let your body settle a little bit more into this twist. Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. And then on the next inhale, slowly begin to draw those knees back up. Releasing your right leg, squaring the hips. Then pick up that left foot, cross it over your right. Shift your hips to the left side of the mat. Open your arms up into a T. And then let that left knee drop down to the right side. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Your eyes could fall over that left shoulder. Your right hand can rest on that left knee. Breathing into any sensations that you might be feeling. Letting your breath soften those areas. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale it all out. Let that body settle a little bit more into this twist. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then slowly draw those knees back up to center. Releasing that left leg. Squaring the hips. Drawing your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circling your knees in the opposite direction. Then release your feet down onto the mat. So we're gonna come into waterfall. So we're gonna hold waterfall pretty long tonight. So we'll hold it for about 3 to 4 minutes. So drawing those knees into your chest and taking a block or a blanket or a cushion, shifting the hips up, sliding that block, straightening the legs. Option to always have a slight bend in the knees as well. And let those palms face out. Let those shoulders soften. Letting your body find rest. Taking nice deep inhales. Nice deep exhales. And taking note of any thoughts that might be arising. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Coming back to your breath. Allowing your body to find a little bit more rest in this posture. And you soften your shoulders a little bit more. Removing tension from your neck. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, letting it all go. Can you let your body find a little bit more rest? Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then slowly shift those hips up, removing the block or cushion. Then drawing your knees into your chest and open up to happy baby. So grab the outside of those feet, open the knees nice and wide, gently rocking a little bit forward and backward. A little bit of side to side. Take a deep inhale together. And exhale, open up to Shavasana, legs as wide as the mat. Palms to face up. Letting your body melt into the mat. Taking this opportunity to let go. Letting your body find rest. Letting your mind find peace. Breathing into your feet. Breathing into your ankles, allowing them to soften. Breathing into your calves and into your shins. Breathing into your knees. Removing any tension from them. Breathing into your quadriceps and into your hamstrings. Breathing into your hips. Removing any tension that you might be carrying. Letting them soften. Melting a little bit more into the mat. Breathing into your low spine. Breathing into your abdomen. Breathing into your mid-spine. Breathing into your upper spine, your shoulders. Letting any tension dissolve. Letting them melt a little bit more into the mat. Breathing into your biceps and into your triceps. Breathing into your elbows, allowing them to soften. Breathing into your forearms. Breathing into your wrists, allowing them to soften. Breathing into your hands, into your fingertips. Breathing into your neck. Removing any tension that you might be carrying. Breathing into your forehead, allowing it to soften. Breathing into your jaw, removing any tension. Breathing into your cheeks. Letting your body fully surrender to this posture. Letting your body find rest. Your mind find peace. And as you find rest this evening, letting your practice from tonight just absorb into your body. The benefits from all the postures. Letting them sink deep into your mind and into your muscles. On the next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Slowly waking up your body. Drawing your attention back to the room. On the next inhale, slowly reaching those hands up and overhead. Then grabbing one wrist and gently pulling it to one side of the room, feeling the stretch in that side body. Then release that wrist. Grab the other wrist and gently pull it to the opposite side. Release that wrist. Reach your hands to the very back of the room and the feet to the front. On the next inhale, take a full body stretch. Exhale, let it all go. Then drawing that right knee into your chest, giving it a nice big hug, showing it some love, gently adding some movement back. Then release your right leg, draw in that left knee, giving it a nice big hug, showing it some love, adding some movement back. Then draw that right knee back into your chest, giving him both a big squeeze, gently rocking a little bit of side to side, a little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction, circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then let your knees sway from the left to the right, gently letting your knees fall to the left side or to the right side. Coming into fetal position for a few breaths. Breaths of gratitude. Grateful for your practice this evening. Grateful that you took time to slow down, to connect with your body and your breath. Take a few moments to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of class. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Then on the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed, drawing your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. On the next inhale, draw a gentle smile to your face. Exhale it all out. Take a few moments to thank your body for all the hard work it did this evening. I thank you and I'm very humbled by your practice. Namaste. Great job, everybody. Sorry I went over.
Well, we had a little late start.
It's all good.
That was very good. The twists and turns were good.
Yeah, good.
It
How
was
did
very,
that
very
feel?
good.
Jill says thank you. Great class as always. There you go.
Yes, it's always good.
Yeah.
Are we doing that thing for Jill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, everyone just exit this meeting and then go to the test meeting for Jill. And if you don't have a link, send me a message on MSN and I'll send you one manually.
Okay. So what's
Sure.
okay.
All right. Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
Take care.